thought Juan but he didn't. But okay, I'll make an observation on what Juan Carlos was saying and what you guys spoke about. I mean, two things are most difficult to get a product if we're talking a particular drug into the market. However, pharmaceutical as a stakeholder group in this area is the least innovative stakeholder group of all. The least innovative stakeholder, without question. Secondly, so where does that leave us as in early stage research, whether that be university or developmental kind of research that we're putting towards into hopefully getting into some program? Well, that's what JC's talking about down there. Pharmaceutical are development. They're also about the rate of attrition. That's what pharmaceutical companies are about the rate of attrition. It's an incremental science. It's about reimbursement and payers. So you have to think from their mindset and then think what you're trying to do. And that leaves one area, and only one area, public money. What pharmaceutical companies want right now is for public money to pay all the way through to phase 2, pretty much. And they will only take a punt, if it is absolutely new and they're willing to give it a go. Exactly for what JC said about the whole kind of development of budgets and whatever. So that's my take. So actually, it really comes down to two things. Scientists have to speak to scientists. Bio, crock of shit, don't waste your money. Absolutely pointless event now. It's increasingly going worse and worse and worse. Eurobio is completely different because there are proper business people there doing business deals. But bio, not worth it. Go to your areas of expertise and go to that conference and meet the scientists and talk to them.
The potential to create an industry here to help the researchers engage with industry or raise venture capital over time. From a policy side, what would that, whether it's working at European level funding of projects, whether it is local or islands, Tenerife level initiatives or Canary Islands or national, what is, whether it's an existing program is not what I'm asking, what is the initiative or that you would like to see implemented that would have some potential for real impact over a few years? Lorena?
Yes, in this case I would like to recommend two initiatives that are related with quality accreditations, and one is the quality accreditation that the Instituto de Salud Carlos III gives to the biomedical research centers related with hospitals. And I think that is very well professionalized compared with those from Catalonia. And the other related with research career for professional career for researchers. This seal recognizes the commitment institutions, the research centers, with the professional career of researchers, and it's a way to attract and retain or maintain talent. I think that management and talent and both are very, very important to create.
I would say, I think what you need first and foremost is a vision. If you don't have a vision that you derive into a strategy that you execute, you won't get anywhere. So that would be one.
I think that's good advice. And Albert?
I would say two things. One link to the vision, and I was saying, I mean, the bio wall or the health wall, it's lots of things. I mean, it's not only drugs, it's biomarkers, it's health tech, it's lots of things. So try to focus. Of course, it makes sense. Not all regions in Europe are going to be good in everything. But for example, I mean, 2 weeks ago I was in Boston in the Personalized Medicine Conference, and the Canadian example, for example, in the sequencing, they're also sequencing the trees and the forests, etc., and they're making huge impact. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about here, but they are specializing in because they have a huge industry in forests and in wood, and of course they have lots of trees. But the sequencing, for example, the plagues they're having problems with trees, and that's creating knowledge. And they're specializing perhaps in smaller topic, which is like all the health that goes around the woods and everything. But it can make a huge impact. And other regions are focusing more on sea or on oceans, etc. So find where you have your assets and try to focus on that, because we cannot be good in everything, or perhaps one can, but not. And the second comment would be, more from a policy, apart from what Lorena said, is that for extremely early stage, the government can put seed money to do, but of course you need assessment and consultancy, because from our experience, normally researchers, they don't have money to do proof of concepts linked to valorization of the project, because that's, normally it's boring science. So normally you don't put your science money on doing some experiment for the pharma or for the VC. So the government can put money, and you're doing millions to that. We put around 100K to 100K. And apart from that, you need help for the researcher to understand what's the question that they have to answer. Because if not, what they're going to use that money is to do more science. And that's not the question. So what we put then is some business people.
So the proof of concept has to be, one, the science has to be assessed, and two, the proof of concept that they're going
We put that money to assess if that idea, from a business point of view, from a market and regulatory point of view, it makes sense. Because I've known and have friends that they had very good ideas, but it didn't make sense from the market point of view. Because, for example, what you're gonna earn. So sometimes it's happening. How are you gonna earn from that development if it's in other people, it's just incremental? Sometimes it doesn't add 2 and 2, and it doesn't work in that term. So we trying to kill the projects the sooner the better. That's our idea.
Thank you, Albert. Now,